people, when we meet, we naturally do the right thing. And then when we get married, we forget that. And I want to talk about just some of the issues. When we met and fell in love, I did everything right because I was trying to gain your affection, and you were trying to gain my affection. We did everything right. But within several years after meeting each other, but especially after marriage, the wheels fell off, you know. And we were talking, the lifelong love affair, we talk about marriage as a marathon, not a sprint, okay? Many people get into the sprint, and even the sexual sprint. And it's fantastic and it's wonderful, and the next thing you know, it just, again, the passion wears off. But it goes back to the daily discipline. So I want to talk about a few of those things, but the first one is, again, sexual passion and intimacy. The passion comes from the daily discipline, first of all, to pursue each other. Okay. Now, when we date each other, we work hard at the relationship. But once we've been married for a while, sometimes we get lazy, and this is what happened to us now. I mean, I just got lazy, I stopped pursuing you, and then the passion was gone from our relationship. So talk about that from a woman's perspective.
Well, I think that to keep passion going, you have to have your heart in it. You know, and if your heart's not in it, it doesn't matter how much you try to be passionate, it's going to show.
That's right.
You know, and so I think that it's so important, you know, to make sure that you're checking your heart. You know, do I have anything that's in between us right now? You know, am I upset with you about something? Are you too busy with work, where your heart's being divided?
Right.
You know, and it's no longer full of the things that were used to be so important, like you're saying, dating.
Right.
You know, the reason it was so passionate is because, you know, we hated school, so the best thing was having a date and seeing each other.
That's right.
You know, or calling each other on the phone. And so, you know, I think it's a lot about, you know, where is your heart? You know, is it to make yourself successful in business? Is it to be a great parent? Is it to, you know,
all those things are fine.
Yeah, but if marriage is not first, and if your love for each other is not first, and your passion is going to follow that. And so, you know, I think it's a heart issue first, and then I think it is just the disciplines that you're talking about. I mean, it's like you've said before, having a date night is so important. It's one of the most key important things to do, especially in a busy society that we live in, is make that a priority. If nothing else, have a date night. And you know, and then praying together. I think praying together is one of the deepest, most intimate things you can do in a marriage, because it keeps you connected, not only spiritually, but it just brings God back into the picture, where, you know, some of the stuff that you've been dealing with kind of has a way of just going away.
Well, one of the number one problems that people have sexually is stress. You know, the issues that keep them from enjoying sex. When you pray, it reduces the stress. It brings peace into the relationship and intimacy. One of the things that we talk about here at Marriage Today, because, you know, our culture, I don't think our culture is sex crazed. I just think they're misinformed so much of the time. And what people are trying to accomplish and what they're trying to experience is this huge sexual high, you know, just all this fantastic sex, which is great. But we're talking about the foundations that make that last for a lifetime. Remember, this is our lifelong love affair teaching and seminar. And so to make it last for a lifetime, it means there has to be the discipline, just like you're saying, Karen, of pursuing each other and praying together. Let me talk about pursuing each other for just a minute. See, Jesus said, wherever your treasure is, there will your heart be also. Well, the word treasure there means both the treasures of my life, but also the treasury. Wherever I am depositing the best of my life, my passion will be there also. My heart will be there also. Well, you were saying work, children, church, all those things are wonderful. Now, I'm not talking about God when I'm talking about church. I'm saying God comes first, and we give Him the first, but church is down the line a little bit. But here's my point, is whenever I'm giving the best to you, this is what happens when we date. I'm giving the best to you. I'm investing the best in you. And then what happens is I'm passionate because you're my treasure. You're where I'm putting the best of my life. My passion naturally gravitates there. Then once we've been married for a while and it kind of gets old and mundane and we get lazy, I start giving the best to the kids or the best at work or the best somewhere else. And the next thing you know, we don't have passion in our relationship and we're thinking, well, there must be something wrong. Well, we need to try something new to get no, actually don't try something new. Just did what you did in the very beginning, and that is focus on each other and make sure that the relationship comes first. And when you're talking about praying, Karen, we're talking about making God first. Keeping God first in our relationship, making sure that we're first in each other's lives, and that is just inviolable. That is the cornerstone of the relationship. And see, on that foundation then, you experience sexual intimacy. Every couple can experience intimacy and sexual intimacy for a lifetime, but it doesn't just happen because you get in bed and you're doing everything right in bed. It happens because you're doing everything right out of bed.
Thank you for joining us. Experience the life-changing series Lifelong Love Affair on CD or DVD. Follow your interests and get social by connecting with Jimmy and Karen and the Ministry of Marriage Today on Twitter. Marriage Today's latest book, Lifelong Love Affair, is an essential tool couples can turn to again and again for inspiration and strength. Order your copy today. Become a rock-solid partner today and equip yourself with the tools you need for a successful marriage. $14, $28, or $56 per month. Choose the partnership level that's right for you. Become a rock-solid partner today.